Hey guys, guess what? The Ford's running again. So on our last video we did the H-pop switch. It wasn't the problem. So Kevin kind of tinkered with it a little bit more. The Ford actually sat for a little bit before we started doing this video. The PCM was actually fried, by the way, so we did have to order that. So that's why it was sitting around, because you know how long it takes for something like that to come in nowadays, especially what's going on with everything and chips and all that stuff. So that's probably the highest thing that they were lacking, and it was obviously being rebuilt. So what we did was we had to send in the PCM first, and then they shipped it to us. So that one is quicker. If for some reason somebody out there has a fried PCM, I suggest shipping in your PCM first, and then it's a little bit quicker. So other than the PCM, Kevin tore apart the fuel injectors, and thinking that we were probably gonna have to replace the whole setup, which what, $2,500?
Yes. Well, yeah, that's for fully hybrid ones.
Okay, yes. So like, because Kevin wants to go with better, and honestly, if you go cheap, I feel like you pay more. It's more expensive if you go cheap. But hey, we saved $2,500, and it was actually just an O-ring.
Yes,
it was just an O-ring.
I believe it was the it was the third ejector. So okay, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the one on the passenger side, furthest to the front end.
All right. So I'm just gonna I time lapsed the removal of the injectors and his fix for that, because I was actually really sick, so I couldn't really do much filming. I'm sorry. But other than that, let me get you guys, once we get back running again, I'll give you guys the digital screen on the 7.3 to see where everything is at and how it's looking so far. But yeah, let me get you to the time lapse of what went on through the tearing out the fuel injectors and whatnot. It was a pretty big job, so but he got it done. He got it done. It was a pretty big job. It was done, and we're back in the 7.3, guys, because we definitely want to do a couple of pre-runs with the truck and the boat to make sure everything is working, because guys, lake season is right around the corner. So let me flip over to the time lapse, and then we'll get back to these numbers. All right, we're idling right now. We're at a stop. So these are the two numbers that we're not responding, I guess.
Yeah. So
Like
basically, the HPOP was I guess it requires about 500 psi in order to fuel the injectors to ignite. But our pressure would only crank up to about 180 to 200 psi. So that's why we thought there was a leak in the HPOP. So we went ahead and did the HPOP, and still I cranked it up and it was still under 200 psi, or about, yeah, it was under 200 psi. It was about 180 again. And so what we did is I decided, you know what, the last thing would be a leaking head. So I built up courage and I just dove into it. This was when Katie was super sick. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a Sunday out of this. 3 hours later, I had everything fully torn apart, and the third injector had a bad O-ring. So that was causing the head to leak, which could not build any pressure. With no pressure, you get no fuel. So all in all, I went to go get the O-rings. I rebuilt the injectors and I popped it back in, and I cranked it, but then it wouldn't start. But there was pressure. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to go look at underneath the truck. So one of the sensors, the CPS, which is the crank positioning sensor, well, as I was cranking in the truck, the tach didn't move at all. So that's a sign, I guess, for a bad CPS sensor, which is the crank positioning sensor. So I went down there, and guess what? It was unplugged. And that was when I was diagnosing the burnt PCM, where I thought there was a short in the ground. So we did all that, plugged it back in, and guess what? It started right up. And man, I was so happy. I wanted to just cry. And Katie was inside the room next to me. He's like, I heard all that.
Literally, I was so sick. I was sleeping in the guest room, and the truck was in the backyard. So the guest room's, the window's right next to it. So right when the truck started, I woke up, and all I could hear was a hysterical man literally screaming that, oh my gosh, and you could just hear in his voice that he wanted to cry, because it was a pretty tough job. Just knowing that the board was out for 2 months and just kind of just sitting there collecting dust.
It was on the verge of like me just, offer me 5,000-6,000 and just come take the damn truck.
Yeah, but no, it's pretty solid now. The numbers are looking good. We did have to replace a couple more things along the way. Nothing major, just some sensors, some relays. But all in all, guys, we're just glad that the 7.3 is back up and running, and we're just ready for the next season, the next project. Thanks, guys, for tuning in and joining us on our weekend DIYs, whatever we're up to. We appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Hit that subscribe button. We will see you guys next week.
Oh, also, if you guys do have any comments or anything, we would love the feedback. That'd be awesome. That way it can help us improve the videos and all that. So please leave the comment below.
Bye, guys. Alright, guys, getting ready to pick up our new toy. Kevin's just checking her out, and we're gonna get ready to take her home soon.